Hi and welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is a tour of the Dreams Onyx Resort and Spa in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. And this is the main entrance. They've done a really great job of making it grand and welcoming. So excuse some of the footage I have. I did record some of this after it had just rained. So you'll notice that it might be a little bit gray and there might be some puddles in some part. But this is the main check-in lobby and it is beautiful. So this resort is newly renovated. It used to be a Now brand resort and now it's a Dreams brand. So the main lobby is huge. There's a bar straight ahead while you're waiting, and then of course there's a lot of seating space. And there's also the seated check-in, and then there's the regular stand while you're standing check-in. And then right outside of these doors to your left is the theater area, and then to your right are two more kind of grab and go restaurants. So to the right is the Scores Sports Bar and also the Coco Cafe. And here you can actually see that it was raining a little bit, so I didn't walk much further, but it is a very grand entrance. And then right there to the left is the theater area, and they were showing a movie at the time because of the rain. FYI, this resort is huge, okay? It is a massive resort. So if you see any of the staff riding around, you can ask them for a ride. As for us, we had a premium room, so we got a ride to the premium lobby check-in, and this is the premium check-in. So you can see it's a little bit smaller, it's a little bit more intimate, and there's also a bar here as well. And again, it's not your standard check-in. We actually got to have a seat, and it was more of like a conversation type check-in, which I really did enjoy. Like I said, I felt a lot more personalized, and I did bring my mom and my son, who this is both of their first times to the Caribbean, for an all-inclusive experience, and they did a great job making my mom and my son both feel very welcome, and they made the check-in very seamless. So this is the hallway to the room, and shameless plug, this was my luggage. So and this is my son's luggage that's customized with his face on it. The links are below. But yes, so we had a premium room because my sister was also going to be joining us. And my mother celebrated a milestone birthday this year, which I had let them know. So they actually decorated the door with a happy birthday banner. But this is the room that we had, and this room was beautiful. My mom was just like flabbergasted. She said that like the room was so spacious. It was perfect because my son is almost 2 years old. He's a toddler, and we just needed the space for all of his stuff and so that he can feel comfortable, so that he can run around. And of course, because there was going to be 3 adult women in the room as well, we just needed as much space as possible, and this room was perfect. I also ordered this beautiful cake from a local bakery, El Coco, and the details are also in the description below. Okay, so now back to the main lobby area. This is Scores Sports Bar, and it's open in the evenings. There's a lot of TVs, ample seating. There is a bar in there, of course, as well as some pool tables. And then there's Coco Cafe, and it is open 24 hours, and there's some seating in there, and it's just filled with a lot of little small bites. So if you're feeling a little, for a little snack in the middle of the night, or even something just to eat in between meals during the day, then this is the place to go. I personally really like the little sweet treats that they had in here. The brownie was like extra chocolatey, and there's always water here as well. You can see that they have cookies, they have just little pastries, they have sandwiches, they have wraps. So it really is just things to get you from one meal to the next. I had the frappe, which was the white chocolate frappe, which was really, really good. And then there was the honor roll burger bar. I didn't get a chance to try a burger from here because there's just so many restaurants on the resort. And then the ice cream parlor, ice cream was good. I didn't end up having any footage to show, but the ice cream's good. There's lots of different flavors, and they also have a variety of toppings as well, and both of these are also open later in the afternoon. And then when you leave from the main lobby area, the resort is just breathtaking. Like the grounds are so well taken care of. It is beautiful. As I said, it's also massive, but honestly, Dreams, clap, clap, clap. Like, you did a great job. This is one of the nicest resorts that I've stayed at, and I've been to a few different resorts. And even my sister, who travels a lot too, was like, wow, like we were both impressed. Like, definitely outdid any expectation that I had. The resort is beautiful, and even though it's really big, you don't realize it when you're there. The staff are amazing. They go above and beyond. They're super courteous, very nice. Honestly, yeah, like I would definitely stay here again. And I'm not someone to go to the same place twice, but I would stay here again. So when you walk up from the main lobby, there's a path that will just take you straight to where all the main pools are. Of course, these are all rooms, and when you walk a little bit further down, there are some swim out rooms as well. And the swim out pools actually lead to the bigger pools. So everything's kind of connected, and like I said, like the resort is just huge. So let's continue down along this path. To the right is an area that I'm gonna assume this is where they do weddings, and that is kind of like the aisle that you'd walk down. And here are the swim out rooms. These ones are preferred club. So preferred club comes with a little bit extra amenities. You get butler service. You get a little bit more things included in your room. This is one of the smaller pools, and this is another reason why I really love this resort, because it did really cater to children, like even really young children, because my son is a toddler, and we were actually able to go into this pool because he's able to stand up in it, and he was able to have fun and kind of splash around. And then these are the swim out rooms that are connected to the bigger main pools. And on the other side of this are even more pools. So I'm gonna take a break from talking here and just let you soak in like everything that there is to see, because there are a lot of pools. Like, there is ample pool space, and then of course there's the beach as well if you would rather go into the ocean water. And this last pool here is the saltwater pool, which I also used with my son because it does go from very, very shallow to deeper in the middle. And then right past all the pools, as I mentioned, is the beach area. And then there's also this path, this sand path that kind of leads all down through along the beach, the coast of the resort. So if you want to walk in the sand, there's that. There is the sandbar once you go to the beach, right in front of that saltwater pool. And then there was also this beach volleyball court. And then of course you have the beach. And I just wanted to add this video in to show what the sand is like and the water is like, because I realized that I didn't actually take any footage of the beach on its own. And as you'll see, the sand it's good for playing in, it's good for packing, pretty brown, but it's not that turquoise water that you would get a little bit further south in Punta Cana, because this resort is a little bit north. But of course, everything else on the resort does make up for the lack of the turquoise water. But if that is something that is high on your list, then it is something to keep in mind. And then as you pass the preferred pool and follow on the path, it kind of directs you away from the beach area. And then to your left is the entrance to the preferred club pool. And then to your right is the Barefoot Grill bar and the Barefoot Grill, the snack bar that serves food. And if you continue along the path to your right when coming from the beach area, you'll see that right there, there's a sign that is the Breathless Resort. So that is for adults only. And when you're staying at Dreams, you do have access to Breathless as long as you're over 18. And you can come and go freely. Breathless guests also have access to Dreams. And then when you walk back towards your left, again, that's the entrance to the Preferred Club. And then this is the Carnival Buffet. So that's the main dining buffet, and it is more of an outdoor type dining area, but there is a lot of seating. And then just a little bit past the restaurant to your right is just some seating area. I thought this was pretty cool, the seating area that they had here. So just somewhere else to sit outside and enjoy the weather, and again, aesthetically pleasing. And then if you continue a little bit past the buffet restaurant, you have the Tamarindo Mexican restaurant, and the food here was really good. I have all the content for the food in a separate video because I didn't want to make this video too long, but that there are also open on some nights depending on the time of the year. And then to the left of the buffet restaurant is all the other restaurants. So this is the Prelude Bar, and it is an area to hang out in if you're waiting for reservations at the a la carte restaurants. And you'll see that in the evening it's a lot more lively. This was during the day, but right there is where you'll find the French restaurant and the Asian restaurant. So they also have teppanyaki. We weren't able to sit there and eat because reservations were needed and it was just long. Plus, they don't allow young children there, so I couldn't go with my son. The French food was okay. And again, this is how the Prelude Bar is in the evenings when people are waiting for their reservations. So it is a lot more lively. And then you have the Mediterranean and the Italian restaurant. I wasn't able to try either of these, but I heard that they were good. And then there's also the steakhouse, which I believe I did not get footage of, but I did eat at the steakhouse, and surprisingly, the food was good. This is the gym. So you have the equipment, some equipment on the bottom, and then the weights are on the second floor. And the gym it's a decent space. It's a decent size. So it's there. There are a lot of times where I walked by and I did see guests utilizing the equipment. So as you can see upstairs, they do have some weights up there as well. And then when you walk around the back of the gym, so to the right is actually the steakhouse. When you walk around the back of the gym, that to your right where I'm pointing, you can also, that's also another way to walk over to the Breathless Resort. And here they have food trucks. I guess because it was the low season when we traveled there, they weren't open. And then this is the water park. So there's a lazy river, and they actually do have tubes available. You can bring your own, but there was enough for me. This is how it looks when the waterfall is actually on and going. Um, I had assumed they turned it off now because of the rain. There's also water slides. I did go on one and it was a lot of fun. And then they have this huge pool area. Again, it was pretty busy when I had come during the day when it was sunny. And there's also a bar in that pool area that I'll show you. And there's a few water slides, as I mentioned. Again, you see all the tubes that are there. So the lazy river. This is again another kind of lounge area. Um, that's where you come out from when you go on the water slides. That's the kind of water area that you exit out into, but you'll see that it's just very nice how they've set this up. I did go on one of the tubes and I was in the lazy river for a little bit and it was really nice. And then they have a bar area so you can walk up, and then they also have the swim up bar area around the other side. So this is the area to walk up. At this time they were closed because I believe they closed at 5 o'clock. And you'll see they actually even do have some seating areas around the lazy river itself. So if at some point you're on the tube and you're like, hey, I want a drink, you can always just get out and you can go and you can sit and enjoy. And the rooms on this side of the resort that are in close proximity to the water park are considered the premium rooms. And this is the other side of the premium lobby where the check-in takes place. And then this is walking just down the path from the premium lobby check-in, and then it will take you right back to this area here. So to the left is the gym. Straight across is where the restaurants, all the a la cartes and the buffet are lined up. And then straight down this path past that yellow truck is back out to the main area where the pool is and then where the main lobby area is. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, and then subscribe. And I'll be sure to provide more hotel tours and reviews.